Are you ready, Johnny? Is this how you feel? What's
Kind of like a remix right
It is. See, I added some music to it so that way they can't copyright strike me later because that's like I've already changed it. So that's my original cover version of that. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Music Therapy last year with our very own, we can say he's our own, right? Johnny Bean. Our own? What do you got that? You got that Jojo, or what's that monkey's name? I don't know. It's not Jojo.
Jojo?
I don't know what his name was.
Jojo?
That was like a million years ago. Jojo, basically. Yeah, it was funny. My wife was asking me about some of them dudes. I'm like, what happened to them? I'm like, yeah, honey, don't ask me. Anyway, but yeah, what's up, everybody? Gear and Demo show. Yeah. Take him to the shed, Johnny. Oh, dude, exactly at the same time. Oh, I have the different sound. Don't shoot me, Johnny. Oh my God. Anyway, what's up, everybody? It's the Gear and Demo show, the silly, crazy, fun, talking about gear and demos and guitars and Van Halen and whatever show. Andy Summers. The t-shirt that you didn't get, man. I should give you this one, but you already got his pedal from me. So
as Andy and I were walking out of the venue,
yes,
the car was packed up.
You should have went to the car and grabbed the shirt.
What they did, I saw them putting the merch bucket into the car.
Merch bucket.
And I said to Andy, I'm like, oh, I wanted to buy a shirt, and he's like, oh, you can just have one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, but it's packed up. So I'm gonna get one of those shirts though. That stand up real quick. Let's see that shirt.
I'll show you the back too if you want. I got pants on. Don't worry.
Well, no, it's more about the. That's the Hamer Phantom guitar. I play that guitar, man.
Yeah, look at that hairdo, man.
That's 1982.
There we go. So. Yeah, it was a great show, wasn't it? It was a lot of fun. And even though I really would have liked to have met him, I could tell he was tired. He was like, he came out. What was the first thing he said to the crowd? I was too tired to change out of my sweatpants and my clothes. So I'm just wearing what I was wearing all day and really tired today. But I'm really glad to be here. And I'm going to lay down on this couch for a bit. Talk amongst yourselves. It was something like that. And
I was sitting on that couch.
I saw you there. Remember, we were up in I got like the paid $5 more per ticket to like get in early so you can hang out at the bar. But, they didn't have bouncers or anything around. So we went up to the top because they said we couldn't go in, but we went up there and we were able to look at what was going on up there. And I shot some pictures of you from up there. Remember that? Yeah. But you know what? Let's make it a real show, as you would say, Johnny Bean, right? Let's say hi to
Are you gonna delete this?
Yeah. That would be one way.
Start over. If you want to make this a real show, you should start over.
I should have you like intro it. Well, you know how it is,
I'll intro
Johnny.
it, man.
Yeah, you could play some music, some original music to it, so I won't get copyrighted unless you get copyrighted. I might get copyrighted for having your music on here. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that could happen. But
actually, it did happen. I just didn't tell you.
I'm sure it would. Yeah, I mean, it happens to a lot of people.
I'll show you later.
Did you get like copyright striked, or did you just get like a copyright notice and you're just laughing at it because that's me?
Yeah.
Or is it one of the other Johnny Beans that are out there in chats all over YouTube?
Well,
you're grown. Like you've got like, you're almost like the clone, but there's like clones of you all over that aren't even really you. Some of them don't sound or behave or work anything like you do. They're just completely different, like some bad clones of clowns out there, right?
Just a bunch of wannabes.
Yeah,
just a bunch of wannabeans.
Wannabeans. That's good.
Wannabeans.
wannabe.
There we go, Janice.
Don't be a wannabe.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right, real show.
Yeah. So real show.
Real
Let's say hi
show.
to the people in the chat. I have one person that I could say, well, two people I can say that have contributed to the show in the month of May. In the month of May. And that was, somebody I have still not put on the board. I still haven't done. But, and then we had the anonymous donor as well. So Frank Terzo sent me $10 on PayPal, which is super cool. Thank you, Frank. I had sent that already to the Warrior project. What is it called? The Wounded Warrior Project. So I vowed from Memorial Day on that for the next month through the end of June, whoever sends me something to PayPal, I'm going to send to either Guitars for Vets or the Wounded Warrior, if I could say it, the Wounded Warrior Project. That's right. So those donations won't come to me, and I'm going to totally be transparent and show you guys those donations by like email or snap. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out a way to show on screen, like, so you guys see that I'm being transparent with what I'm actually doing. Because, one of the reasons I went back to school to study psychology and got into the whole idea of doing music therapy and all that is to help veterans who I think are, some of the bravest and, hardest working people out there that don't get much credit for what they do. And some of them are, left homeless and physically or otherwise, emotionally or mentally disabled. Pardon me. I should have brought a glass of water. And I really feel bad about that, and during Memorial Day weekend, I thought quite a bit about it. I watched this one special that they have. I think it's on Netflix or is it on Cinemax or one of those, but it's about the Blue Angels and their 2022 year tour and what it takes to be a Blue Angel pilot. It was fascinating to get inside the minds of not just, the pilots themselves and what happens when they get chosen and how they feel about it, and then having to perform at that most extreme level. I mean, when they do that Blue Angels Diamond thing, dude, did you realize that they're going over 400 miles an hour in a jet, turning at the same time, 4 planes only 18 inches apart from each other? I mean, they're this far apart from each other, that far apart, cockpit to like the wing tip or whatever. It's insane. If you can imagine, like when you're on the freeway going, side by side other cars, you're like this far apart going 70, 80 miles an hour. These guys are going over 400 miles an hour in a jet, flying in winds, and spinning and turning and maneuvering. It's wild, man. So that's one of the things that that was really fascinating, watching that, and the sacrifice that they they sacrifice a lot of their family time and a lot of other things to do what they do. And it was a great story. So if you guys are into jets and into any of this kind of stuff, and if you want to help them out, I have description links in last week's show. Well, not last week's. Was it Sunday last week? I guess Sunday show when I did my Memorial Day special. I put links in there if you want to just go directly there, and if you want to contribute $1 or $2 or $5 or whatever. But whatever anyone sends me this next month, all the way my birthday month of June, basically my birthday money is all going to Guitars for Vets, Wounded Warrior Project, and there's one other one there too that helps with special forces and other veterans. And Gary Sinise, who headed up the Memorial Day concert that they do on the green, I guess they call it the West Lawn of the White House. Over several 100,000 people go to that every year, and he's the guy who was Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump. Remember that movie? Did you see that movie, John?
I did see that.
Yes.
I saw it in the theater when it was original. So
excellent. So Lieutenant Dan, Gary Sinise, the actor, is actually a big supporter of veterans. He has the Lieutenant Dan band that they actually go around USO shows and stuff like that. So maybe a little too much talk here about Memorial Day, but I don't think so. Support your fellow veteran and even living service member, of course, and their families, and any first responder people too. I'm a big supporter of the people that sacrifice a lot of their time and a lot of family time and stuff. It's different than most other jobs, and it's very demanding. and so I wanted to be a jet pilot. I joined the Air National Guard, but they rejected me because of my bad left eye. So such is life. Anyway, so I just talk about it like music. I just talk about it. But lately, I've actually been playing music too, Johnny. Isn't that nice? So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Of course.
So tonight's show, I kind of wanted to talk a little more about CC's Kramer build. It's coming along. I've got I did find some poplar wood stick dowels, and I actually got a really good tip from Ron Gunner. If Ron's around, he told me that another way that you can get really good hardwood for, really good hardwood. Oops, wrong button, Laz. Hardwood for sticking in the holes.
What kind of conversations are you and him having?
I know. Exactly. He told me that you can use things like skewers that you buy for your barbecue. Those are usually made of really hard wood, like maple or something like that. I was concerned that they might be made of bamboo or something that might not be as good. But yeah. But let's make it a real show, like I started to say earlier, and say hi to the people in the chat.
Okay.
Starting off with Zach Thong. Oh, go ahead.
I'll be right back.
Bring me a glass of water, Johnny. I'm thirsty.
I just realized I'm using the wrong browser. You guys can't hear me, huh?
No, they can. They can't hear you. Let me hear you. Okay, let me.
No,
turn you up.
I don't think so. You guys.
Water, Johnny. I'm thirsty. I just realized. No, I can hear you on YouTube.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Let me try it.
You're good.
Check 1, 2.
Well, let me turn you up on my thing. No, I can hear you on YouTube. Is it okay? Yeah. Let me try it.
My volume is much lower though, right? On YouTube.
You sound about the same to me on YouTube that I've got on the phone. But tell us in the chat. That's one thing that we should always do when we do these louds.
I've been using a different browser for my shows. I totally forgot. So
Rock Daddy says turn it up.
Let me let me jump out and jump back in. I'll be right back.
Greasy Monkey does say that I can't hear. So yeah, turn it up, I guess. Zach says you're good, Johnny. So yeah, not sure what the browser's doing. Sounds good, JB, says Greasy Monkey after all. So I don't know. Well, when you come back, it'll probably be the same, right? Oh my God. Pooh Ninja, you were too tall to be a pilot. They actually had this one guy who was the captain, or they call him the boss of the Blue Angels for that year. That was his last year of doing it. He did it 2 years in a row, which not everyone gets the chance to do it like that. And I forget his name. They all have funny names. I think his name was something Goosey. He thought he would be too tall to be a pilot, but they accepted him. He's like 6'4", 6'5". He could fit into an F-18, which is what they fly. But yeah, let's do a real show here, Johnny. Let's see if we can hear you now.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, much louder. Yeah. Can you hear me?
It's much better, right?
It is better. It's clearer too.
Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm using a different browser, and this has to do with my theory of things to come.
Oh, excellent.
Which is not good.
Uh-oh.
Which is not good. I have some bad news.
You want to tell us on air?
No, I don't.
Right.
But afterwards, I'll tell you afterwards.
Right. I'll hang out with you a little while afterwards, but I promised my mom I was going to go and help her with something after the show. So I'm going to have to do that. But yeah, so Zach Thong, first one in, then Janice, of course, the intern, as we know him. Him. See, I'm so used to saying the intern is him, my friend, my friend who was the intern, right? Nick. So I always refer to Nick as him. But then you took on Janice, or she likes to be called Janice now. Did you know that? It's Janice or Janice. I think it's Janice. Janice is here. Hobo Rody, aka Anonymous. What's up, dude? And then we've got Greasy Monkey also here, of course. Los Hola Amigos. And then we've got Alex. Alex, dude, in a couple, in about a week or something, we're going to be going to a game, or is that in July? I think is that in June or July? That's in July.
I think July is a couple weeks from now.
Well, that's more like 5. And then everyone's saying hi to each other. Stream Elements is also here. What's up, Stream Elements? What is this? Click here to reconnect to your destination. In 5 days, StreamYard will lose access to your Facebook account. Don't worry, we've got you covered. Click here. Okay, whatever. 29 people in the chat, by the way. Thanks for joining, everybody. Scott Nickerson also here, sending us cheers from Canada.
Scott, dude.
Dan Gorman, what's up, dude? Saying hi to us.
Dan Gorman.
And then we've got Rock Daddy. He's been recruited, just so you all know. Not saying any more than that. We got Scott Hawk back. Thank you for joining us again. What's up, or what up, says Scott Hawk. And then Louis Varela, spelling out the L-A-Z for Laz. And then we've got Johnny Bean. Is that the real Johnny Bean?
That's Johnny Bean on Twitch.
I see that. See that little Twitch icon there in the corner, you guys? That's Johnny Bean sharing this to Twitch.
Or that's where I should be right now.
That's
actually, I am there right now.
Sharing this right there, right now, right? Are you?
I am. I actually.
Thank you for doing that, because we bring some Twitch people.
We're live on Twitch and we're live on X. Cool. Johnny Bean page.
Dude, I gotta get going with the X thing. You know, the X factor. And then who else is new that we have in the chat? Because not everyone who's watching, who's up there, and that 31 people there are actually in the chat. Could be my sister, could be my mom, could be my daughter, it could be random people wondering if this is worthwhile to be here and chat with these guys. Boomster Black, one of the cool dudes here. Also, anything new in the States today? Yeah, just like lots of great news. Always. the state of duress sometimes too. Oh my God. And then, yeah, I'll put claims on all y'all, says Poo Ninja. And then, yeah. I think one of our previous presidents wanted to buy Greenland or something like that. I don't know if that worked out too well. And then we got Jay Beebs also here saying hello. What's up, Jay Beebs? And I think that's pretty much, I think that's everybody. Wow. Oh, no. Okay, we almost left out Matt Stewart. Matt Stewart from the South Midlands of California, the Valley. That's the bottom of the Valley. And then our buddy, the hitman, Dwight Bailey, also in saying hi to Janice. Janice, who is here, Janice Lala, saying hi back to Dwight. All right. So I'm looking to expat, says Janice. Where to, Janice? That's what I want to know. I'm going to join you maybe then. The price of Greenland probably just went up. Yeah. So here we are on the Gear and Demo show. So CC's guitar does have little holes that were in the neck pocket plugged and drying. I'm gonna probably cut those like little things off nicely and then sand it flat, and then I'm gonna start sanding the body and doing all that fun stuff. So I'm shooting video of all this stuff, just so you know, and it's taking time and around work and everything too. It's daunting. Hey, Ed Dana also here. He's saying hi to Dwight. So the project is underway. I do have some new parts coming. So I did place an order with Stu Mack with some of the parts that we talked about last show. I was asking Dane, who I talked to over the phone, who's helping our anonymous friend out there get some gear from Arizona with the help of Rock Daddy, I believe, right? Rock Daddy. So hopefully that all works out. And then what else? Dane does want to come and do a live, but he says he doesn't want to do lives later in the evening until like the change of the time zone thing or whatever again. So he asked me, hey, do you want to do a show during the day? And I said, well, Johnny Bean does shows randomly all over the time, you know, during the day. So definitely hit up Johnny Bean too. And then I'll probably have him on a show. So we've been talking about doing like an early Thursday show, like around 3 or 4 o'clock, when it's like slow for him. So that'll be interesting because we might get different people on, you know, like do a special report, Dane Zimmerman at Zim's. I don't know.
Yeah, 3 to 7, 4, 5. Sort of, yeah. But when I think early, like for me to say to do an early show, you know, that's like 9 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Like 9, 10, noon. I think the one I did today, talking about the Synchronicity box set, I think I did that like at 12:30.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that was great, by the way. I caught some of that while I was working, but it was really hard because a lot of the work I was doing today, I had to concentrate on. It wasn't like I could lurk work as much as it usually can be.
Lurk work?
Yeah, lurk work is like I can be lurking, listening to a YouTube show like yours without watching the chat or watching it, because I pay for YouTube, so I can just listen to it like a podcast. I don't have to have it on my screen. And so I have my earbuds in, and I'm in the background. It's going. I'm not watching it. So when I say I'm driving and lurking, I'm not looking at the screen unless I come to a green light or something like that. And I glance at it and I see the chat and I say hey or whatever, and I use voice to text. That's why sometimes it sounds funny when I talk using voice to text. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's about the same. But I mean, when I think of these shows, I think of them as podcasts. I don't think of them as as shows. That's the way I've always thought about this. So for me,
but you do have it's alive though, so you have live interaction in the chat, whereas most podcasts are just broadcasted, and there's no live chat happening during it. So you're doing something very unique, where it's kind of like what Phillip Mcknight and some of these other guys do too, like Dan and Mick do a question Q&A thing. Other shows do that too, where they'll do a video and then sometimes they'll do a Q&A about it, and they'll answer questions from the chat and whatnot. But you have, like, what I'm doing is similar. Obviously, I've copied your thing,
Well, who hasn't, Laz?
Well,
just another wannabe.
Yeah, I am a wannabe.
Wannabe. I like that.
Problem.
I'm going to start using that.
Matter of fact, I don't have a problem with being a wannabe. I mean, why do people have a problem with that? It's cool, To me, it's like you have somebody that mentors or kind of shows you the way. I mean, why not follow along, what they're doing? I take, the same kind of inspiration from Mcknight. There's
people that that have inspired me.
Right. Yeah.
But none of you guys know who they are, because they inspired me way 10 years ago, like 15 years ago.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of like radio people that probably inspired you too, right? What's that guy that you know?
Phil Hendry.
Yeah, that's him. And
Phil Hendry.
And then other people, I mean, there's so many greats of any kind of. This is a broadcast. We're broadcasting, but it's YouTube, which is kind of.
My influences are mostly radio people, because when I started doing this stuff, there really wasn't anybody else doing this, really.
And as they say, Johnny, you have the perfect face for radio. So do I, right?
Thank you.
Oh my God. So we are here doing this stuff because, one, I mean, you kind of talked me into doing it, even though I kind of wanted to do something on YouTube. I didn't quite know what, but you really did kind of.
We're still trying to figure that out, Laz, what you're doing.
I know. I mean, that's kind of what's fun about it. That's to me, that's the fun about it. To me, it's like kind of like, figuring out what do I really want to do with it. Because all this stuff grew around me because of doing this show. I probably would never have this. Why would I? I wouldn't. But I've done it partly because of the show, and because of my influence from, like, a lot of these guitars are due to watching shows like yours and being influenced by, like, Henning and his this guitar here and that guitar over there. And then these two guitars are an influence because of your show. The Satriani thing, if you saw that video, which I'm sure you did, there's a video where Satriani is talking about, and there's a couple of videos out there where he's talking about his search for the EVH tone that he's going to have to come up with for the shows, right? They're coming soon. When's the first show? Do you know when the first show is? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I'm going to probably only be able to do the audio of this. Let me know if you guys can hear this in the background. It's not going to sound great. Oh, wait. You can't hear that, can you?
We can hear you.
I know. No, you can hear me. Okay, tell me you can hear this now. So I'm probably gonna.
What? It just sounds like a bunch of static.
Did it sound like a bunch of static?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Hey, we got Octopus here. What's up, dude?
Hey now. What's up?
I have no idea what's going on here, man.
I know. I'm doing.
He took his microphone. He put it somewhere else, and then all we hear is like buzzing noises.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, it was all static and it washed out and sounded like underwater.
Okay, yeah. I guess I'll have to figure out a better way to do that. Well, I mean, what I should have done would have been, something like this. Hold on. But then, then I would have to share. Can I share the screen without showing the screen? Can I just share only the audio of the screen? Is there a way to do that? Is there a way to do that?
Yes, there is, but
but don't do it.
It would take a few steps to do that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip doing it. So I was just gonna play this. You know what I'll do? I'll just share it to you guys if you want to, click on it and watch it and come back. It doesn't hurt to do the refresh, right, Johnny? So you guys can, jump out and jump back in. Check this out. So if you haven't seen this yet, click on that and go check this out. It's like a one minute or 30-second kind of little like teaser of the Best of All Worlds tour, the Sammy Hagar tour with Loverboy. It's like it's like an 80s rock and roll stadium tour, Johnny. That's who you'd have, like somebody like Loverboy opening for Van Halen, right? Wouldn't that be typical? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And hey, what's up? Yeah, Late Lad.
I don't think they ever did open for them actually, but
that's gonna be a pretty good combo.
MPN, what's up, man?
What's up, MPN? And Brent, what's up, dude?
Yep. What's up, man?
Looking good.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Is there an atomic weapon going off in the background out the window there? Look, I'm just joking that you're like totally bleached out.
Wow. Dude, what's crazy is bright. Actually my thing moved.
It looks like the atomic bomb went off.
Is that better?
A little bit, yeah.
The underwear on the lamp trick.
I think it's that underwear on the lamp trick that you have to do that. You have to do it. Just do it. Do it.
I have a layer of napkins and a bag over the light right now.
Okay. You have to do 2 layers of t-shirt or underwear. Anyway, but
what you can do is you don't want the light. You don't want the light going directly towards you.
Yeah,
you can aim. What you can do is you can aim the light away from you and get the light reflecting off the wall.
Yeah.
Well, part of it is too. This is a screen right here. It's a giant screen.
Oh, so even if you turned your light off, you would still be washed out from the screen.
But there's that. Isn't there like that one little light right next to your face right there? No, by the microphone. What am I seeing there? Like
that's through this curtain. That's the sound.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, that's yeah. All right, it's not that bad, but it's still pretty bleached out. Yeah. I wish I could control it.
Well, in the future, when they block the sun, it'll be a little easier to get lighting for these shows.
They're working on it, Johnny.
I know.
They. That's what my band should be called. They.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's funny.
Who's they?
They Live. There was a movie like that. Remember that? There was a movie called They Live. It was pretty wild. It had Roddy Popper Piper. What's his name? That wrestler in it. Yeah.
Oh.
It was pretty crazy. Yeah. It was kind of like the Matrix before the Matrix in a way. Like you were actually didn't even know that you were asleep the whole time, and these aliens are.
Oh crap! I didn't even see that yet.
Dude, you have to see that movie. Oh, dude, we got to do that movie show. Anyway, all right, I digress again.
Let's just do it on here.
Yeah, we should. We can do it. We can do it on here, but not tonight. Anyway, but we were talking about the Sammy Hagar Best of All Worlds tour with Joe Satriani, and it was really cool because there was a short snippet of them practicing, and Joe's playing through that really interesting. What is it called? Like Dragon amps or something like that. That's helping him put together the sound with the amps. I was wondering
those amps that he has. Those are totally custom amplifiers.
Custom amplifiers by some company I think called Dragon Amplification or something like that. And I was curious why isn't he using EVH amps? Why doesn't he use the EVH? I mean, is there like some reason why he's not? It's like, I don't know. I'm curious about that. But I would have thought that maybe that's what he would want to do. But what I thought was cool is that he was playing this guitar, the black, like JS1 in that video. So I'm like, ooh, look at that. You know, he's playing the like one of the originals, like the first year one that I have, which is super cool. Anyway, but yeah, in that video you can really get, there wasn't great audio of it, so you couldn't really get a good feel for what was going on. Oh, right on. Yeah, I'm going to that too. Uncle Raymond's in the house. What's up, Uncle Raymond? Thank you for joining. Raymond. Yeah, I'd love to go to the LA show too. Maybe I should look at trying to catch it down there as well. And by the way, I am planning to go down in a couple weeks or so. I was thinking about going down around Father's Day to visit my dad and pick up my Kiesel. So that might happen. So that'd be, cool to hang out with some friends down there. Definitely. I talked to Johnny about it. Maybe we might be able to work something out if you want to come down too. I don't know like what your schedule's like, but try to figure out what's going to work around my work schedule and your show schedule.
Well, I can do shows from anywhere. That's the thing.
That's true. Yeah.
But you just have to let me. You just have to let me know exactly when that is.
Yeah. Yeah. I still haven't figured that out yet either.
I don't think that's the amps. I don't think that's it.
Okay. I mean, what I found interesting about those amps is that it looks like he's playing it says 3D or something like that on it, or what does it say on the, it's kind of hard.
I'll find it.
Yeah, let me see. I can find it too. So there's this. So I wish I could. I guess I could show the screen on this one because maybe this is like just another YouTuber. I don't know if that's going to get me in trouble. Do you think it will?
What do you want to do? And it's third power amplifiers.
Third power. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why was I thinking Dragon?
I
don't know. It's probably smoking too much of the Dragon, right, Laz? Anyway, so let's see if I can figure out how to do this. All right, hold on. This is tough. You know how tough this is, Johnny.
Believe me. I know.
All right, add to the stage. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear this.
Master of Shred, dude. I was in one of his videos.
Right on, dude.
Masters of Shred.
There you go. Oops. Damn it.
This amp company, Third Power, out of Nashville, to make the ultimate
because of the Dragon
amplifier
from '86. That's what we focused on. You'll be able to do both of those eras of Van Halen, I think, with that setup. So that's been the important thing for me, is just getting that started.
And now we'll go on the road with you.
Yes, yeah.
That's him,
right there. Fingers crossed that once I start playing, Ain't Talking About Love, and I feel that that'll be like, okay, I'm here. I'm in the zone.
Right on. So I have to cut it because of, hey, look who else we got in the chat.
Nice.
Ron Gunner's in my left ear only. No idea why.
Are you?
Yep.
Yeah. Are you using your new setup?
Oh man, I hate this damn thing.
And what's the echo?
Yeah. Are you using a Line 6 or some kind of a HX Stomp or something like that as a?
You need to go to into your settings on your computer. There should be like a program that you downloaded with that, and you need to mess with the balance, because right now it's only in one ear and we have delay on our vocal on yours.
Oh wow, Amanda's going with Lori to the show, so she's probably going to get backstage.
I can do this. Hold on.
That's awesome.
Hold on.
We're going to hold on for you.
That's okay though.
That's all good. So, yeah, but Ron gave me some great tips so far on the Kramer mod stuff.
Are we going to get to see it?
Oh, I'll. You know what? You had a great bit of advice for me pre-show. We were talking in the green room, right? And Johnny was telling me, dude, you should release clips of some of the video that you have that you're planning to edit that you're going to put together as the like series of all the things you've done to make this guitar, because I thought that would be cool. And he's like, no, don't just do one video.
I mean, I thought that's what this show was.
Put a bunch of.
I thought
Well,
this
is a
show
live
was
show where we
us,
talk about
you
that.
actually showing us the guitar and actually working on it
No, I can't. do
instead
that
of
in
talking
here.
about all other stuff. Except
No, the problem with that is that, you know, it takes so much time to do that and set it up and everything, and then you're making mess and stuff. You can't do that in the studio room. So I think that the way you have your setup, the idea that you have for your he shed kind of like, you know, pro shop kind of whatever you want to call. What are you going to call
Dude,
that studio? You have to give it a
you
name.
don't even know.
Ned's shed. It's
I'm
gonna be
actually
Ned's shed, dude. It's Ned's shed.
It will be. But I also I'm gonna have a workbench in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna have a workbench, but I have an idea
both
for
sides
it.
that time around.
Yeah, there's delay on our.
It's a little
that
bit
any
annoying,
better?
but better.
Yeah, that's much better.
1,000
Yeah.
times better.
Okay.
I think your other one's still on though too.
No, I shut it. I unplugged it.
No, it's off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. Sounds good. Right on. Ron Gunner in the house. What's up, dude?
I was.
You look like a DJ at like a wedding because you got all the lights behind you and
Yeah, you
Like-
see that? Look at that.
That's amazing. Oh, look, you got some amp heads and stuff, and you got time back there, and what else? You got like a. You should get the what do they call it? You got to have the dB meter in the background on the right.
I do. It's
Oh,
right
there you go. Oh, look at that. All right. Oh my God.
that other mic is covering your face though.
Ah,
Yeah, take that thing out.
There
Of
you
I
go.
can't win. I'm telling
No,
you.
you're doing all right.
Right.
You did fine. Way ahead of me in the game. Look at that. Got a clicker and everything. Dude, if like Hot for Teacher jumps off those like amplifiers in the background right there, I wouldn't be surprised if Lori came jumping out there like,
Johnny.
Anyway.
Well, I'm sending this to Johnny tomorrow.
oh, my internet's
Oh.
failing me.
Right on.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's that party light that you were talking
That's one of those lights.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
And you'll
That's
have
a
another remote.
sophisticated one.
I'll have, dude.
But this
I can
one,
always use them.
This one will
Yeah.
work with music or voice or however you want it to go.
Yeah,
Cool.
you can set it up to like, what is it called? Sympathy?
I don't know.
What it does is
The MIDI
it
clock thing.
the light reacts to the sound.
Right.
Yeah.
And you got circles and stars and different colors and everything, so I figured that'd go good in his studio. These
Like
are
he
the,
says-
those are the pin spot lights that I got for $14.
Peggy
Wow.
says, don't forget the work bed, Johnny.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
I have an idea, and once
work
once that gets worked up, maybe we'll see.
Was that
Might
the Murphy
have, like,
bed?
guests
Folds
sleeping
down.
over. It's gonna be sleepovers at
We'll see what
Johnny's.
happens.
Sleepovers at Ned's shed. That's
Okay,
awesome.
so
I love
Ned
it.
shed.
this one I bought. Okay,
Uh-huh.
that's the one I bought.
All right,
And
hold
then
on.
where I won the lights, I won this one for $4.
Oh, that's why these things don't work. You've been winning them for $1 and stuff.
No.
All right. Uh-huh.
So, but the problem is, here's the issue.
Here's the issue.
Problem is, they sound like this.
Well, no, the problem is with the Helix, where it's an interface itself.
Uh-huh.
It's impossible to hook through another interface.
Oh, okay. It's not meant to go through another interface as
So I either have to use this as it is, or use one of these and mic an amp in order to hear this
Oh my God. Well, Brent has news about an interface, right? Right, Brent?
interface.
Kinda. I haven't got it yet. So,
You say in her face?
updates.
I don't
to
know.
the
Maybe he'll
background.
have both an interface. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on here anymore. I had a topic, but we're completely off it now. That's all right. Yeah, but yeah, everyone's upgrading everything, which is really cool. And yeah, I'm really excited about the Kramer Baretta special being, upgraded. I got parts coming, so I'm excited to get that done and send it to CC because he's feeling better, which I'm really glad to hear. Because then he'll be excited to get that. Yeah, man. So Johnny's got some fun stuff happening in the show. What are you doing for your Friday show, by the way? Because there's so much crazy, cool news coming out. This week was like crazy. filled with
Yeah.
amazing music.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of stuff in the world of guitars, and we'll be talking about that stuff tomorrow. I've got a whole list of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too. Yeah, and the show's going to be coming up in just a few months, Johnny. August something.
What show?
The Best of All Worlds show,
okay.
Johnny. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, and then you know what? I was also cruising the Reverb website a little bit for some stuff. I did end up finding finally a case that is era matching to the Ibanez over here. So that's another reason why
Oh, cool.
I was highlighting that. I'm wearing the Satriani Crystal Planet beanie. You know, Sach plays guitar wearing a beanie for the most part, and it was really cool, you know, to see him playing that black JS1 in that video at that practice. Oh, there you go. What was that?
Mm-hmm.
Ron was showing us something.
No, he just changed the lights.
Oh, okay.
That's his flipper.
Yeah, so I was just it's just so much kind of fun stuff going on this week in the world of, in the sphere. I call it the Van Halen sphere of influence out there, right? It's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about you guys, but what would you want to buy from that auction, Ron? I mean, tell me, you know, Johnny, let's do round robin, starting with Johnny, and then go down to
from the Alex auction?
Yeah, what would you, if you had stupid money that you can buy anything from there, or let's say you only had enough money to buy one item and you can buy it, whatever it is, what would either like the crazy thing be, and what would be the like I can only buy one little item, what would it be? Johnny, you go first.
Okay.
Well, obviously one of the big items, like the 5150 drum kit.
Which one?
The tour kit.
Which tour? Which one that he's selling?
5150.
5150 tour.
5150.
So was that only like 1 year that they did that tour?
Yes. Well, yes.
So it's the tour.
Laz is new to the Van Halen game. I don't know if you've even noticed this.
Totally,
he's newer than I am.
Yeah. I mean, way newer in the sense that I really kind of left the whole kind of hair metal rock and roll genre. So I still
Van Halen's not hair metal, I'll tell you that. But
well, you know, back in those days, they called that. I mean, what was you know, what's his name, the producer, calling it? He was calling them a hard rock metal band, wasn't he? And they always said that they're not a metal band. They're not a metal band, right? Because that was like more like Sabbath and stuff.
They never were. Van Halen is not metal.
No.
Although technically, people, you know, more casual fans can put them in that category.
I know that rock, MTV
metal.
They would call them.
I have a metal book that has them in it. Mm-hmm. You know, from the 80s. But to go back to your question, the 5150 tour kit would be amazing. Mm-hmm. Something from the there's the tour kit from the Jump video. Maybe the Pound Cake video, which, by the way, Van Halen released Pound Cake today on their YouTube channel. The music
just
video.
So you all know, Janice has to plug in.
Mm-hmm. Plug what in?
Okay.
So they're rechargeable now.
Hard rock band. That's right, Raymond. That's right. Uncle Raymond knows. It's a hard rock band. It's a heavy hard rock band. You know?
Yeah. And Scott over on Twitch, where am I putting that drum kit? It would be in the Ned Shed.
Absolutely.
If I had that
in the new loft.
If I had that, yeah. Yeah. But if it was, you know, one of the smaller items, I did see the photo. Remember when Jacques was talking about how there was another item that had the Western Exterminator guy on it, and we couldn't figure out what it was? It was drumsticks.
Oh,
there were drumsticks that did have that logo on it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that
because he was saying it was a symbol.
Right. Well, maybe it was a symbol too, but it was definitely a drumstick. I saw the photo.
I think the Reverend Al says "F you" to the little man. You know, is probably even funnier. And I would take that black and, you know, brass or gold, the newest tour kit he was going to tour with that he never toured or touched. Basically, that's the one I would take because it's bitchin' looking, the black and gold. It's amazing.
Several people on the internet have said that that's
the
the set. That's what they would want. Yeah.
Yeah, especially with those cool symbols with that Reverend. I never knew that he called himself that, the Reverend Al, because he is a reverend, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's an ordained minister, which probably a lot of people out there, unless they're nerds, like you guys, because I can't really call myself a Van Halen nerd yet. I don't qualify. I mean, I'm a wannabe or a bandwagon jumper honor of the whole Van Halen thing since I've gotten to know you guys. To be honest, I haven't even learned one Van Halen song, so I can't.
You can play Jump on the keyboard, though.
I can play some of the other songs on keyboard too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's true. So Eddie did make keyboards cool, I have to say. I mean, all those other 80s dudes, they didn't make it as cool as Eddie made it. I mean, Gary Newman with I mean, it was cool for a moment.
You had Ray Manzarek, John
Lord. That's way a long time ago.
Okay,
yeah.
Craig Jeffrey.
Fucking 80s.
Craig Jeffrey.
Craig
Jeffrey, who was with Angel originally, then left and started his own thing.
There you go. And whoever that keyboardist dude was who played with Dio when Dio was out touring. He did that.
Klaus somebody.
Yeah. Anyway, and then I did see a pretty cool keyboardist play with on tour at the what was it? Oh my god.
If you don't know, we don't know.
I know.
No, you don't know.
I don't. Do you know what I don't know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who's on first?
Yeah, Yngwie Malmsteen had an amazing keyboardist on tour with him when he had his first Rising Force tour that I saw. And he was like trading off solos with the keyboardist dude. That was fun. That guy was good.
He ended up stealing the Johansson brothers from Europe, the band Europe.
And the Cars, of course, and Styx, of course. Yeah, big time. Yeah. But, here we go. So we're going to start the controversy. I'm a Sammy Hagar fan. Met him in 78 when he opened for Boston, right? Sammy's the man. Sammy's like the coolest, partyingest kind of rock and roll head. Like that's the guy I'd want to party with, David Lee Roth, obviously one of the greatest frontmen of all time, catapulting the whole Van Halen thing to the world the way he pronounced it to the world, right? We're the greatest rock and roll band in the world. We're gonna slay them all. But I don't know if I'd want to party with that guy, but I could definitely see myself hanging out Cabo Wabo with.
You haven't seen the US Festival interviews with David Lee Roth.
No,
if you don't know about him and partying, man.
Well, I know he's a party animal, and it would have been fun to party with him back then. Maybe
look up the interview with him and Mark Goodman.
Yeah. Oh, I
look
can
that
imagine. I've seen. Okay, well, I have seen.
But I agree with you.
Stuff.
I agree with you. I agree with you that Sammy Hagar is the man.
Yeah, and that, I'm just saying, from my perspective of a dude who'd want to party with people, that'd be the hang. I'd be hanging with Sammy.
Octopus is the only one here that's actually been around you while you've partied.
No, you've been
right
when I partied, haven't you?
At the Nam Shack last Nam, Octopus was he partying?
Dude, every time we get together. No, I'm kidding. But honestly,
because the Nam before that, when he had the guy from Austria
Martin?
with him,
yeah,
you guys were going. You guys were crazy that night, man.
Dude,
Austria.
We had the party light, the other one that you saw,
the
light bulb, and we had that thing going. Oh, it was great.
Like a good neighbor.
That was fun. That was fun.
That was live on your channel.
That was like a 5-hour live. That was like the longest live I ever.
I couldn't even walk.
That was
you were there.
I wasn't there. I was back in my hotel. I couldn't even walk after that show.
Oh man, that sounds funny.
It was terrible.
That's how you leave my parties, Donnie. You can't even walk afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was. Now you got it. It came a little late.
Oh my gosh,
it was a little late. Oh god.
Okay, wait a minute. Janice is the producer? Yeah. We need to get back on topic. Okay, first of all, the topic of the show was about CC's Kramer, which what nothing.
already talked about that.
And
No,
then Octopus needs to talk about, I guess, the from the auction. But
Oh,
do
I
you even
didn't see
know?
what-
You don't even know, huh?
I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen what's for auction.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
All right. Well,
There's
an
drum
entire, like,
sets,
warehouse
there's cymbals,
of, Alex
there's a
Daniels
gong,
and
there's
Van Halen
drumsticks.
stuff. Yeah.
I'll take
I
the
don't
gong.
want, I don't want nothing.
There
to do
you
with the
go.
gong.
He'll take the gong. All right,
There you
Ron.
go.
What do you want? Nothing. What do you
And
want?
I want the drum set with the vacuum hose tubes going between the bass
Oh.
drums. I want
Very
that.
cool. Yeah.
That would be the crazy thing I'd buy, and then the little
Yeah.
thing I would buy would probably be
Why are you so orange?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
Wait. There, how's that? Is that better? Oh, wait, I can turn these back on. There.
There we go. That's better. Oh, I like
Uh,
that. You can see your guitars better.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Um,
So, what would be the little thing?
probably I would probably have to say
Sorry, I couldn't wait.
That wasn't me. I didn't.
one of the books.
All right. There you go. A signed book of brothers, right?
Yeah,
The book-
either
No.
that or maybe one of the platinum.
Okay. Yeah, one of the platinum records, or one of his
Yeah.
awards that
Yeah.
he's given away. One of his awards,
Yeah.
right?
That'd
Right
be
on.
cool.
Yeah. Boomster Black has something out of left field here. Derek Sharanian has great music, has a variety of guitars. Wild Dot Stevens, to Mont to name. Okay.
Derek is
Sherman.
actually from. Derek
Oh.
is from here.
Right on. You
He's
know
from
Derek?
here. He's from SoCal.
So is Bobby Sherman.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ron was on fire. All right. Anyway, and then we were gonna let. I don't know if you were prepared for this or not, Brent, but did you want to show people your new Kiesel guitar? Because not everyone that came to the show previously might. Some people are new here.
Yeah, I could. I also got a new piece of gear today.
Right on. Show it off. Let's see it.
Solo me real quick. It's small.
All right. Here we go. It's not what she said. Okay. Golden fleece. Nice. It's a little bright.
I know. I don't know
very
why it's so bright.
Because it's a golden fleece.
It's a Mythos pedal.
Future's so bright, I gotta wear shades.
That's right. You are wearing shoes.
When you first held that up, when it was just real glowing, it looked like one of those cigar choppers.
Like the cut the cigar thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sharinian's on many albums, says Boomster Black. I'm gonna have to look that up, man.
But yeah, I could show the semi-hollow.
Wow.
That's what he does. Is he does sessions.
Alex is excited for you. Oh, right on. So he's a local session guy.
Well, no, he's not local. He's from here, but he doesn't
yeah.
live here. But he does session. That's what he does. He does. He
Oh,
plays
yeah,
on people's
Oxblood
albums.
Strap. That Oxblood strap looks perfect with that. Yeah, look at that thing, you guys. So that is a Kiesel semi-hollow with a real solid maple top, right? You can see the beauty of it, and a two-piece mahogany, right? Honduran mahogany back. The neck is mahogany as well, and a very nice ebony fretboard on there with those beautiful abalone inlays. Look at that thing. Wow. Yeah, man. That's a pretty guitar.
Interesting.
And the headstock is matching, of course. And that thing, I mean, for the first week, he was playing that thing without even plugging it in. Yeah, it was that amazing.
Yeah, I'm
know?
digging it.
Yeah,
Killer guitar. And
I
yeah,
think-
you're right. The Oxblood strap
think
goes
that-
great with it.
it goes great with it. Yeah, I think it was meant to be together.
I think
I think that was a
Kiesel,
great.
There you go.
Kiesel should make a very industrial, heavy-duty guitar and call it the Kiesel Diesel.
That's a great idea. Except diesel lamps might have a problem with that. Well, if he spells diesel differently, right? It's not diesel. It's diesel. GSN 1972 says, has Laz divulged what Boss style Kiesel he got? So I can give that away. It is a not a Delos, like one of the favorites of. Okay, what's that one? Is that the same thing that you're showing? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, body style. It is indeed the Vader, and the headless Vader. As a matter of fact, at first I was thinking about getting white. Johnny,
show yourself.
Yeah, I don't know why you're just stuck on me.
I don't know why. I'm reading the chat. This is what happens when I'm looking at the chat. Then I look away from that's on the screen. Sorry, I put you on the spotlight there, Brent. But yeah, originally I was going to get a layout.
Because you're talking and I'm just sitting there like.
I'm talking and looking at the chat. That's why I'm sorry. But I'm not as good as Johnny as jumping back and forth from one thing to the other. But obviously.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's the one you picked too. Right on, dude. Yeah. So I was originally thinking about getting a Leia in that pearl white, but I kind of like the feel and the look of the Vader better. Kind of reminds me more of my first ever guitar, which was a white with black parts guitar. But this one's a major upgrade from what that was. And it's a single hum setup with a tremolo bar, a floating bridge. I'd rather call it a floating bridge because it doesn't tremolo. That's the wrong sound for what it does, but it does vibrate or vibrato or float. Right?
That's what she said.
Is that what she says? Yeah, and
Janice is charging one up.
Oh my god!
And I did get the blackest black of the ebonies. Paid extra for that, and I did get the thin profile neck because they're doing the paint finish on the neck, and he said it's gonna thicken it up enough to where it's gonna be probably just what I'm looking for, and it will be glossy. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to knock the gloss down off the back of the neck with a little steel wool, but I'll be happy to. I'm not planning to ever sell that thing. With most Kiesels, I think if you buy them new like I did, it's not going to be something you're going to want to ever.
Did you say Kiesel?
Kiesel. Is it Kiesel or
Kiesel?
Kiesel?
It's Kiesel, not
Diesel.
Kiesel.
How many in 12 parsecs the Kiesel run, Johnny?
That's the Kessel run. By the way, when is your Kiesel run?
In a few weeks. I'm trying to see if I can work it out with my dad and his family members down there, around my birthday or Father's Day, because it's around the same time. So in a few weeks is the plan, and then if you wanted to join me for that, if it works out, that'd be fun. I don't know if Brent might be up for it or not. Probably not, because his work schedule is pretty brutal.
You got to let me know exactly when it is.
Yeah.
So
I might try to do it during a weekday. I might try to do it go down there Wednesday, Thursday,
mm-hmm.
or something like that. That way it wouldn't interrupt with our shows too much. I can do my show from there on our way back or something,
I can do my show from anywhere. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yeah, we don't even know where you're really doing it from right now. Well, you got the green screen right now. Who knows where?
Yeah, as you can see, I'm doing it. This ain't even real.
Who knows where you're at?
Nobody knows.
Did you do anything to the Kramer?
Yeah, I did the plugs. I did the.
No, he's talking about the Kramer.
I glued the wood plugs into it. I've got a sand that
into what?
And I'm going to start sanding the rest of the body tomorrow. I'll probably have time for doing the body sanding. I do have some sandpaper that I bought from Stu Mac many years ago when I started the whole Mod Squad idea. I bought all this gear for the Mod Squad that I couldn't build the Mod Squad studio. So I have all the different grades of wet dry sandpaper.
Can you take us up there?
A
Can you take us? Can you take us up there to that studio?
Too late already. I'm already.
Octopus has been there.
And I've got to end it.
We've helped you put mattresses in there and stuff, but
mattresses.
Show people the room that was supposed to be your studio.
I will send you guys a picture on Instagram. Go check out my Music Therapy Lab's Instagram. It will go to my Facebook page as well, and I'll send you a picture of what it looks like right now. on my way before I head to my mom's. I'll run up there and take a picture, and I'll post it to my Instagram tonight.
That's something to show.
With
or what if you just run upstairs, take a picture, come back down, and show us on the screen?
I gotta get going. It's already way over my time. Yeah,
that guy just left.
I know that would be fun, but yeah, I can't do it anyway. But yeah, this is pretty much as long as I wanted to go, you guys. About an hour, and I started later than I originally planned to start at 7. Was there something else you wanted to? Excuse me, Ron. I'm getting verklempt. There's something else you want to show, Ron?
Yeah. There's you trying to be Foster Brooks or what?
Foster, yeah.
Oh my God.
What
you got?
I just to cover the bare spots on this, but I want to show a little bit what the copper's going to look like.
Cocaine bare spots. Oh my God! Why don't you cut the stick a little bit shorter before you?
No, that's to hold it to paint.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what the hell.
But Johnny, that's the little guitar. That's just one coat.
Yeah.
And that's just to cover the bare spots that were on it from the sanding. Now I'm going to sand it down with some 300 and then coat it a few more times.
300.
But that's or 3,000. Sorry.
I was going to say.
That's the copper color. So
nice. So now that's the undercoating, and are you gonna do like these spots and swirls and spits and things all over it, or
no?
It's gonna be copper only.
It's just gonna be copper only with gold accents, and the headstock will be copper matching, and then the back of the neck is gonna be a sanded bare wood.
All right, nice. This is like a little guitar, kind of little guitar thing.
But it'll all be playable. So it'll be playable. Yeah. But this was just, because I had bare spots from sanding, so I wanted to cover those. That's all this is, just a bare spot cover.
What pickup are you going to put in there?
It's got an EMG I'm putting in. So this will be playable.
Active?
No.
Passive.
This will be playable.
Why EMG? I'm curious.
Because I had an extra one.
Okay.
But anyhow, that's the copper color. I know it looks kind of orange in here, but that's it's kind of.
No, it looks good, man.
Everything looks orange in there.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
So anyhow, that's what that'll be.
All right. Well, coming along really nicely. It looks like that too. You got that pedal done for Johnny too, right? You just gotta send it already, or almost. So once you're done, you're gonna send it to the guy. And like me, he's going to drop it and scratch it up like when I went to Amanda's and picked up one of my pedals from there and I dropped it.
Actually, when I'm done, I'm not going to send it. I'm going to meet Sky Prop at Burgatory.
Oh, that's right. You guys got a Burgatory date.
Yeah.
That's nice. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll meet him there and then I'll let him have the pedal there. And then when he's done with it, he can send it back to Johnny.
So everybody's doing.
But Johnny has decided he didn't want the decals on it because it'll end up covering most of the paint job. So, Sky, if you're in here, there's no decals.
Just all you got to do is just write onto the knob what it does.
There's like one knob, and it doesn't even say what it does.
There's two knobs, an LED, and then the on and off button.
The decal basically just says the name of the pedal.
You just really don't need to put that on there at all, because, yeah. There you go.
Thank you, James.
Just like a volume knob on a guitar says volume on the knob, so you don't really need to put it on the face of the pedal, right? Just put it on the knob.
Mm-hmm.
Or just put a V or T or M for mids, B for bass, T for treble.
Oh, it's a swell drive.
It's a swell drive, so all it does is swell. You just put an S on it.
So actually, Johnny, what pedal is it a copy of?
It's a copy of the Boss Slow Gear.
And what does it do?
Which is a pedal that I've always wanted. It's just it's an automated swell pedal.
Kind of like a.
It's like using a volume pedal, but it's automatic.
Kind of like an auto wah, but not Canada.
But no wah. It's just like the auto. A volume pedal is the same as a wah, just without the wah, without the tone.
It's an auto.
A wah pedal is basically just a tone knob.
It's
really.
An auto loom.
Well,
they're all tone. They're just variations of frequency changes.
But so I have a question.
James Hicks.
Were you gonna
on Thursday?
Were you gonna show a clip of the video from what you did?
No. I don't have that loaded up. No,
Show
but
it
I
off
want
your
to,
phone.
and I don't know what.
It's only the title of the show. That's all I'm
I
saying.
didn't say I was going to show a video on the title. I was just talking that I'm making steps towards. I did order the parts from Stu Max, so that's coming. And I did want to mention, Johnny, I have in my cart on reverb.com a Walking on the Moon pedal, because I got to replace the one that I gave you. At first, I loaned it to you. Then I took it back for a while. Then I loaned it back to you. And then I says, you know what? Keep it. Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday or whatever it was. I think it was Merry Christmas. That was your Christmas present.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you again. It's sitting on my floor right now.
Right on, dude. That's where it should be. It's a pedal. It's meant to be on the floor.
Put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, right on Boots for Black. So that's the show. I hate to say, gotta end it. So thank you again, Frank Terzo, for your donation. It's going to go to the Wounded Warrior. Well, it already went to the Wounded Warriors project. Any other donations to my show by PayPal, it's in the description. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me by email as well, or on Facebook or on Instagram. I'll post up a picture of the what was going to be at one point the Mod Squad room upstairs. I wasn't allowed to use that closet as a Mod Squad room, so that's why that didn't happen. And yeah, the door was slammed on me on that one. And I do have pedals, the Flying Pickle pedal board that I've got to put together, all those pedals.
Say that five times fast.
Exactly. I have it written right below my name, Flying Pickle Pedal Productions. Sans Pickles.
Flying Pickle Productions, Sans Pickles.
Yeah, because there's no more pickles in the house, right? They all flew the coop. Roxy.
Who's this?
That's Roxy. Roxy flew the coop. Then lately, we had Maximus, who unfortunately met his demise with a plate of steaks.
That's
and then
horrible.
we have, I know. And then we have,
oh my God.
You can't laugh at these tragic things then.
That's horrible.
How do you get over them without laughing at the tragedy, right? And then you have, of course, our little dude, Limon, who my sweetie put outside for too many hours. And I think he just busted out because he couldn't stand it anymore. That's what I say. Anyway. So thanks for joining us, you guys. The Gear and Demo show. We didn't show any gear or demo anything today, but we did show Octopus Ears' new gear, so that kind of counts. And then we did show kind of. Well, okay, no, we'll give it an applause.
You didn't show anything.
We showed Ron's guitar. Right?
You didn't show nothing. Like if I was to tune into the show, like if I didn't know the show, and if I went by the title, Gear and Demo Show, CC's Kramer 5150 Mod Part 4.
Wow.
Okay, like okay, so he's gonna
out,
show us CC DeVille's Kramer apparently, and he's gonna mod it on a demo show where he talks about and shows gear. Yeah. But then the and more should really be the entire title of your show right now. And more, because that's all this has been.
Talking about more. We talked about a lot about gear and stuff, so maybe I should put like talking about gear in Demos show.
How about just talking about more?
Talk more, Johnny. More talk.
Call of Duty, Johnny.
Yeah. So
let's go.
You guys
I'm leaving. I'm going right now. I'll see you there, man.
Play with your duties. Have fun. Johnny's already gone. Thanks for coming on, Ron. You rock, dude. Thanks for the advice. And Brent, of course, always great having you in and hanging out and stuff like that. And then we'll see you guys on like the next show, on the Sunday show we do, the Music is Therapy show, talk about that kind of stuff. And of course, Johnny's show tomorrow night, the Friday talking about guitars show, right? And Ron, when are you gonna start doing a show? Randy Rose thing.
I'm not. I thought about doing like a guitar repair show, but
yeah. What about the Randy Rose thing? It's hard, right? It takes a lot of time and stuff.
Well,
things up and
I don't. Well, first off, I don't know how to do one. So
doing the video.
Yeah, I mean, I can post videos on YouTube and that's it.
Yeah, that works. I'm
doing. Well, counting this one, I don't have a show, but I'm doing 4 shows a week as it is now.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday,
You're getting
Saturday.
a lot of like on show, like in the limelight kind of experience, at least, right? In my life,
I guess.
So everything's falling apart around here, so it is what it is, right?
I mean, I figure 4 shows a week for a guy that doesn't have a show is pretty good.
Glad you guys are back.
What's that?
Glad you're back, James. Glad James is back.
Where?
Peggy's husband.
Oh, okay. Oh, right on. I didn't see that in the chat. Sorry, lads, we lost our puppy, but he's back home now with a paw print and key to his. Oh, man. I'm glad to hear that he's back. That's awesome. Yeah, I had one neighbor tell me that he saw a little blue bird. Maybe it's ours. And I'm like, whoa, maybe he's trying to find his way back. But I said, does it look like this? Like, no. I'm like, bluebird. Wait a minute. Our bird's yellow. Limon. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about?
Anyway, I had a bird land on our car the other day.
That he saw. Wow. Yeah, I miss him, man. I miss him, especially at breakfast when I used to hang out with him and we'd have our like mano a mano time. Night. Says,
wait a minute.
Go ahead.
My wife and I pulled into the car wash, and while we were waiting to get in the car wash, she goes, "Look what landed on the mirror."
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. I remember when you sent me that picture. That's so cool. I actually had a hawk swoop down at my car one time, and it's a long story. I'll have to tell you guys next time. Until then, thank you very much for joining our show. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and rock on, everybody.